Welcome to Arbitrage Trade. I am Royce Wells, and it is March 8th, 2020. We have a ton of new things that are coming your way in the very near future. Among them are, first off, if you use the almanac inside of Arbitrage, we've color coded for when you guys are trying to find stocks to play. So if you're playing by price, so say for example, I'm playing and looking for stocks between $1 and $5 to, pardon me, to take advantage of the multiplier. I have added color codes on the daily chart to find longer term investments so you can actually see the ones and they jump out on the screen. Like we would think that this guy is completely done, but maybe he's just beginning. Or we think he's lost a whole lot, but he still may still be beginning a further fall down based on the colors that are here. This is to help us figure out where things are going. Also inside here, we've done the same thing for by sector. So if you're trading stocks and you're looking for longer term investments, we have, so if you're doing just the ETFs, those color codes are there as well to show you stocks that may be about to fall down horribly or rise greatly. And you can pick by category those that you may want. So I'm just picking randomly and yeah. So those are sitting there. As of this month, so as of literally March the 2nd, the investment club is available and we're taking people to sign up for the investment club. Basically, this allows you to sign up for at the $500 level. And basically, it's a minimum $10,000 requirement, but we will actually do all of the trading for you if that's something you're interested in. We are letting you know that, though, there are only 25 seats. So far, 11 have been taken up in the 7 short days that it's been available. So if you are interested in that, please let me know as soon as possible so we can get you there. Also, I'm sitting currently on beta, so there's a whole lot of new things on beta that we are trying to roll out that are coming out within the next 3 to 4 weeks. Among them are our mobile app and a new chat room. So in the chat room, we'll actually literally be sitting inside of Arbitrage, so you won't have to go out to Slack to get it. You'll literally be able to chat directly inside of this new interface that we are creating for you guys and all your alerts. If you're here, if your alerts are showing on screen, depending on your membership, they'll still show on screen, but you'll also have the option of getting text message alerts directly to your phone, depending on your level of membership. Let's see, what else? We have automated trading. That's also coming. The go live date for automated trading for Forex pairs and just Forex pairs will be April the 1st. So that is coming out. You'll have an additional button that you'll be able to literally set up your trades and do your trades from here. So it's not completely automated. You will get an alert saying it's time to buy or sell. You will actually decide if you want to go into the trade. If you do decide to get into the trade, we will safely get you out of the trade when it triggers based on how you have set your alerts. Let me see if we've finished that. Nope, we have not finished putting that out there for you guys to see just yet. But once it is available, we will let you see it. We are currently, for the Forex side, we will be supporting Owanda and Forex.com at the onset. For people who are doing stocks, we will be supporting E-Trade and Fidelity. E-Trade and Fidelity probably will not be available until May 1st. We're getting the Forex people done first and making sure that they're completely good before we're branching out further. Also, April 1st for the people who are trading stocks, the entire catalog of mutual funds will be available along with Forex and the regular stocks on the page. Additionally, if you guys are trading Forex stocks, There's something called CFD. Basically, it's a difference between the currency pairs inside of Forex. So basically, you're getting more pairs that will be available on the site, so that way you can trade. It's sort of like stock futures, but it's for Forex. So that'll be coming at the beginning of the month as well. We have updated our Wall Street page just a little bit more. Hold on one sec. Someone else was joining. Sorry about that. On the Wall Street page, we've added a new announcement section. So basically, as we add new stuff, this is still in beta, so we still have a couple of things to clean up. But as we are ready and as it finishes rolling out, you guys will have very nice announcements and you'll see very nice things in your email. Likewise, depending on your member of membership, you will start to get email notifications that are prettier. We've been working on making the nightly emails prettier. And basically, if you have your watch list, just like we have the color code in here, and you have this color code, this nice, pretty Wall Street that's telling you what's going on. All of this and this entire format will be delivered directly to your email. So that way, at a glance, you'll know what's going on with your pairs at the moment that arbitrage finishes doing its nightly processing at night. So without further ado, that's all of the new stuff. I'm going to jump back in and let you guys ask a few questions before I go on with the normal demonstration that we normally do on Sunday to show people what's going on. So I'm going to unmute everyone at this point. And if you guys have any questions, please chime in and let me answer those questions for you. Okay. Okay. If there are no questions, I'm just going to proceed on and let you guys think what I think is going to happen in the next upcoming weeks. Okay, a couple more people joining. All right. So the market has been really cruel and really bad the last 3 to 4 weeks, and we've been watching. I've been trying to make sure that I stay on top of the Facebook page to let you guys know what's going on, so you know what's going on to better help you navigate it. So inside here, we've watching the S&P 500, and we've been trying to figure out what's been going on. And for the last few days, all it's been doing, or last 2 weeks rather, all it's been doing is going down. So I'm going to switch to our smallest scale on the daily time frame to see what's going on, to see what we can figure out is what's going to be the next move, because that's always important. All right. So right now we are out of probability on the daily time frame. So it looks like we should bounce first thing tomorrow. That means on the stock side, we should see some up, which means on the US 30 side, there should probably be some more up as well. Yep, it's on the bottom. So let's now go to the 15-minute chart to see what we can expect for our forecast for the next 3 to 5 days. I'm going to change this to the apocalypse band. And we're on the 15-minute chart, and I'm going to change the Atlas to be advanced, because if we're using the apocalypse band, we should be using the advanced for the Atlas. And this is showing that, yes, we have been going now for quite some time. We've been underneath this line, and we had a slight bounce, and now it's going back down. We are on the edge. So now I'm going to go from here to see where its next move, like for the next day, should be, what range. So currently it's in an uptrend. And basically from about 2 o'clock on Friday, it has been going up. So when the market opens up in about 45 minutes, we can expect It may go up, it may go down. I'm going to turn on 3D to see where we are. 3D is saying that we should first go up when we first open. So when we first open, we expect a little up, but who knows where it's going to go. Notice that the pink line is not at the bottom anymore. It is drifting up. So that means we are currently in an upward trend. And whether it holds, that's what we have to see. If we look at 3D on the 15-minute chart, it did bounce, and we can see basically we ran out of probability. If you can't see that, let me zoom in so you can see that. So basically, there are these things called probability clouds, and basically we're meshing them up against each other, but each cloud should stay within each other. So this clear cloud should stay within this gray cloud, should stay within this orange cloud, should stay within this giant blue cloud. So basically, we got to the edge of the gray cloud on March the 6th, and we have been bouncing up since then. Looks like we are pushing our limit, so that's why it's going sideways right now to make more room, and it probably will correct down a little. So first thing, it should go up, and then I guess 5-6 o'clock we may see a little bit of down before maybe the next leg up, because we are sitting this low in the band. Let's see. I'm going to turn on more indicators to doubly confirm this, because I like more than anything to make sure that we're giving the right direction when we're talking about these things. I use level to help me make that decision. So first off, I'm going to turn off this guy just temporarily. And for the short term, he is saying, yes, we're above that line. So I'm going to turn on the lower ones to see if they're all still above the line. As long as they're all above, we're still doing well. So yes, we should still maintain this uptrend as long as these guys stay all above that dotted green line. Someone mentioned that Ethereum was having a bad day, so let me go look there. Yes. So yes, roughly this morning or last night about 10 o'clock, it fell, and it doubly confirmed it fell. I'm going to turn off 3D again. Looks like it got there too quickly. So it got to 245 to 250 too quickly, and basically you have to stay within. So it's bouncing back down, allowing the system to widen back up. It also equally bounced off of 204 and is trying to maintain and get stay up at this point. If you're following it long term, nothing has tripped a buy just yet. If you're being aggressive, I can turn on the show lower lows and see if that has tripped anything yet. And if you guys are not using RSI, I strongly suggest that you use the RSI indicator that's out there, because it literally helps you. If you're playing aggressively, it is your very best friend, because it lets you know where those bottoms and tops are, literally by just clicking show exits. So look how it's literally said, that's a bottom. And on we went, and up we go. So I like that guy because it lets me know when it's turning, and I can adjust my sensitivity to the trend by just selecting if I want it to be as least sensitive to the trend as possible. I can do that. But if I like to know immediately, like short term, what's going on, I just leave it there and let it tell me, okay, that's my bottom. And anytime I see a change in direction, I am ready for it. Let's see. So I am expecting Ethereum to hold at this level. We see that basically the money line is barely holding the line here on the level, but it is holding the line. On the, hold on, 4 hour, that looks scary. Let's see. So that's advanced. So that's basically letting us know that, all right, when we see that, if the Atlas is already turned, that means the advanced band has already, it has crossed under, and that's what we're seeing. So on this guy, the compass is literally just penetrating that line on the 4 hour chart. So things we'll keep an eye on this one. It has triggered, and these guys are under, but I'm trying to see now if it's oversold yet. It's not oversold yet. So once again, we're watching to see if it dips anymore. If it does dip, I am expecting it to hold that what is that, 185-ish area, because at that point it would be oversold. Okay. Let's go look at gold because it has had quite a rally. So we're going to first look at gold miners. And we haven't gotten any signals just yet for us to leave this guy. We got our signal to buy, and it's still bullish, and it hasn't gotten to the top yet. Let me go back to my apocalypse band and see basically where the next price target's $32 and $35, maybe to top out. If you guys are following it via Forex, let's go to the US dollar versus gold versus the US dollar. So it is sitting up there. We have not gotten overbought or oversold just yet. So we've gotten no indication that it's time to leave just yet if you're looking for the absolute ceiling on this guy. He hasn't hit it yet. He hit it once over here, and then it retraced. But he hasn't hit oversold just yet on our side just yet. So we're still just watching. And as long as he doesn't, then we're fine. We did have, and that was on the 25th that it hit that previous, and then it's been bouncing ever since. Let's see. TLT for bonds. Some people play bonds. We saw that basically earlier this week. It said that it's oversold, and I mean, rather overbought. So that means if you were riding, so we roughly got in this trade when it was sitting at 114, because I think I actually got in on this trade when he was sitting on the hourly all the way over here. And basically he's just been riding up, but he's at the end of the line. So taking profit, yeah, I'm up almost 40% on this guy. Another one that I am playing with is international paper. International paper is almost oversold, so it's almost time to get back in. He's trying to pick himself up. He's holding the line. Basically, the compass, the money, and the scalp have all gotten above the line, and we're just waiting for these other two to cross and this guy to get back into bullish territory. We haven't gotten the ultimate signal, so no X's on this guy along the line saying, yes, aggressively enter. So we're just sitting and we're just watching, trying to see where he will be. All right. So on the daily time frame, he's literally just dragging the line here. I think he actually hit a 52-week low, either Thursday or Friday of this week. So like I said, I'm just watching this guy. I'm going to pick on FedEx. FedEx. Let's see. There we go. FedEx is another nice staple stock. And basically, FedEx is usually used to determine if a recession is going to stop because people start shipping or not shipping things, right? And so FedEx has actually been a sell all the way since December of last year when he was at 227, and he hasn't changed course as of yet. What has me scared about this guy is that he's been doing it now for so long. On the weekly time frame, he just triggered a sell. So if you may have some of this, you might want to consider other things, or at least lessening your position until you figure out what you want to do next, until the charts tell you what to do next. But longer term, his outlook does not look good. If I were to try to pick him up anytime soon, it may be as low as this 118-ish level. So maybe a $9 more worth of blood, then up we go. All right. Does anyone have any stocks that they would like me to look at, or any Forex pairs that they would like me to look at before the market opens, so that way we can get a jump on what's going on? I'm going to unmute you guys one more time and let you chime in.
Hey, take a look at MNLO.
MNLO.
We picked it up Wednesday, and it had a really great Friday, but I think it's just kind of catching its breath for another leg up.
MNLO. Menlo Therapeutic. Okay. And are you trading on the 15-minute chart or? Yeah, on the 15, yeah, he's yeah, you got in a very nice price. Man, depending on where you jumped in.
275.
That's a beautiful ride, my friend. Yes, we're expecting him to break back over this line. Let me go to the 1-minute chart to make sure he's not overbought. He's a little overbought, Greg. But if he were, let me turn on 3D to see if I can give you a little bit more insight. And Rochelle, I saw that you want to look at NAS 100. I'm going to look at that one shortly. So I'm zooming way in. I'm going to turn off some things to get rid of some of the noise here. All right. Turn that guy off. And yeah, he's outside the top of the band on the 3D. So I'm expecting some retracement. He should get back to around the 380-ish mark before his next takeoff, in my opinion. And that coincides with the middle of that band. That's perfect. So there's that 380 I was talking about. So yeah, I'm expecting him to get roughly to the bottom of this band again and then continue on up if he's going to continue an uptrend. All right. I'm going to now look at WTI USD, I believe. WTI futures. C, there we go. Texas. All right. So this is oil. Oil has been falling horribly. No way to say it. It has been falling horribly for the last, let's see, since the 24th. So yeah, it's not had a very good day. But the fact that it's so far down here on the hourly chart, I'm going to actually adjust my frequency just to make myself less sensitive to this overbought, oversold. I'm going to put it on in the middle of the road. If I were going to try to do this aggressively, I would wait until we enter back into this red area. Because he is so far down and because probability with 3D on is turned on, I'm expecting him to bounce in the near future. But I'm going to drill down and show you how I'm making that prediction. First off, on the hourly chart, he's out of room on 3 of the 4 probabilities. So it means each one of these clouds, I'm going to turn off Atlas just a second. So you can see that basically this clear cloud has to stay within the gray cloud. The gray cloud has to stay within the orange, and the orange has to stay within the blue. Well, he's on the edge of all of those. Typically when that happens, like this happened on Christmas Eve of 2018 for the S&P 500. Typically when this happens, you get a hard bounce and a long bounce in the other direction. But basically we'll have to see how it goes. The fact that he is so overbought leads me to think that he will be reversing his course. If you're looking at it on the 15-minute chart, the scalping line and the money line are just barely above. It looks like the compass line is also just barely above. So it looks like it's trying to pick itself up. I'm going to turn on the arbitrage band on this guy to have a look. Yes, we're in that danger zone. Yes, the compass line is above the momentum line. So it is definitely trying to pick itself up. The price to hold for this guy is at 41.34. If it can hold that number, then we actually have a very good chance for up in the near future. All right, so I'm going to drill down to the 1 minute to see where we are here. I'm going to stretch this guy out. He is saying that short term, he is in an uptrend. All of the lines are above the line on the minute chart. So first thing, when it opens, I am expecting a bounce from this point on. How long it will last, I can't say, but at least from this newest point, we should see some up. I'm going to actually add one more band to the system just to see. I'm just looking at short term on the minute chart. That only gives me about an hour worth of trading. And I want to see more than that because, yes, the first hour may be great, but I would hate for you guys to get into a trade if you plan on being in for multiple hours. So I'm going to set this to Apocalypse Band. And yes, we're sitting on the edge of this guy for a nice, yes, he should make it to that pink line, and that pink line sitting at $42. So that's at least 50 something pips, depending on how you're playing. So yeah, that's at least a 50 pip gain. If you're playing it short term, if you're trying to play it long term or longer term, um, there's that same $42. So that's the compass. The candles make it to the black line. And if we're zooming, this is basically like a 15-day forecast. We're assuming he's going to make it all the way to $45 within the next 15 to 25 days. If he continues this course. If he bounces off this line, he can get as low as 39.97. So keep an eye on it. Make sure that if you are trying to play it, you're playing it in the pocket that you're playing it on. So like if you're on the 15 minute, stay on the 15 minute. If you're on the minute, stay on the minute, and don't try to overthink and wait for the alerts. Also, alerts are coming to arbitrage as well. So while we are using TradingView, almost everything that you're seeing on TradingView is coming to arbitrage within the next 15 to 30 days. I'm working with the other developer who's helping me with the charts to make that happen for you guys. And let me look at the NAS 100 now. All right. So this is the NAS 100 index. And do you want it, Rochelle, is it versus the US dollar, or I'm assuming it versus the US dollar?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let me zoom in on this guy again. So currently on the 15-minute chart, it looks like he is in an uptrend. I'm going to turn off the Apocalypse Band and Arbitrage Band and just use 3D temporarily. So temporarily, he should retrace some, but the overall premise of this guy, he should continue up. Everything's sitting at the bottom of this band. If I turn on the Apocalypse Band, he is finding resistance at this pink line and technically will bounce back off, but he should hold this 84.16 level because basically he should run to the compass and the momentum line and bounce off of it. If that does happen, then we get more up. If it doesn't, then obviously we get more down. On the 1 minute chart, he's not in the danger zone. He is in an uptrend currently. So if you're already in this trade from 230, you're still sitting pretty. You're just riding the wave. And basically, even on the minute chart, blue has the potential to get back up to over 8,600. So that's a good ride for you.
The hour?
On the hour, all right. On the hourly chart, yeah, he's trying to pick himself up. If I'm trying to get in, notice the candles are above the compass at this point. So we would expect more up. The compass, the money line, and the scalp line are above on level. And I'm going to try to see if I can, because the scale of this guy is so big, there is a bug in RSI that if the price is too large, it breaks RSI. Someone has put in a request for me to fix this. I am working on that. That's literally, it's like second or third on my list, but it should be done this week. But yes, I am expecting more up from this guy longer term. He runs out of probability within the gray cloud somewhere around 89.95. So that's 400 points of movement if you're trying to do that. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. On the daily time frame, he ran out of space, which is why we had this huge correction. He basically was pushing his luck, and that's why we fell. He's still holding the line. So the longer term trend, so I'm going to turn off. I'm going to show you what I'm showing you now. So I'm going to turn off these shorter terms to show you that even though he has had this monstrous correction on the weekly time frame, we are still in a long-term uptrend. He literally only corrected to save us from running out of probability on this time frame. Every time he runs out of space, he has to correct. That time he ran out of space on literally every single time frame that was possible, and now he's correcting. So hopefully we can get back above, recapturing 89.17 on the weekly chart will put us back into a full perfect trend, meaning that basically all the way from our smallest trend to our largest trend being our arbitrage band, being all the way down here. Heaven forbid we ever make it all the way back down here. But if because of this correction, this should allow us to see more up. So recapturing, like I said, 89.17 will put us in a back in a supported level because as you can see, as the candles were riding this line, it was able to maintain that line until it ran out of probability. So longer term, we're still in an uptrend. Yes, it's been an ugly 3 weeks, but if you're a longer term investor, we are still heading up. Okay. Anyone else? Let's see. Someone else. Okay. Oh, no problem at all. Okay. Greg, do you have any picks that any other picks that you want us to look at?
Give me 1 second to get my list up.
All right, no problem. No problem. I'm currently myself still watching CVM. CVM has basically on the weekly time frame, it's wanting to break out so bad. And I wanted to because getting over 3181 would be nice from that 1375 level.
Actually, SRNE on both the 10 and 15 I like.
Okay. That's on the weekly. Let's go back here. You said 10 and 15?
Yes, sir.
All right. That. All right. So he is looking good. And let me turn off 3D clouding up and zoom in so everyone can see. So, and I'm going to turn back on Atlas so we can see what's going on there. Apocalypse. Oh, I see, because it's okay. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. So he's not in the, let me see, extended hours is on. So SRNE on the 10-minute, he is showing that it is up, but he is not showing it for the Atlas just yet. So I'm trying to, oh, that's because the compass is still, it's fighting with it. Okay, no worries. So it does look, we are above the line. That's going to bother me. But let's focus. All right, there we go. So he was doing good. Basically, the compass line has fallen under and may still be under. That's why it's still red for Atlas so far. But level is good. RSI line is still bearish, but it's finding very hard to make itself better. On a 10-minute, it has a max out probability of about 255. If you're sitting here, that's about a 15% gain if you're trying to play this guy. So literally just from here to the top of the big band, that's about a 15% gain. On the 15-minute chart, we have already tripped the buy, so we're already in, and it's good. Well, I'm not already in, but it's already tripped the triangle. The RSI line is above. And this guy's sitting at 48.15. As soon as he tops 50, that should be a good buy. And his top out is about 285, which, yeah, you're sitting at a good, what is that? 30 or so percent return, which that's not bad, especially in a 3 to 15 day window. So let's keep watching that guy and hope for the best there.
Got one more weird one for you if you want to look at it.
Oh yeah, please.
TRXC on the 15-minute, but the arbitrage band only.
It's that new?
No, it's not new. It's just I like the possibility on the arbitrage band only.
Oh, gotcha. All right, let's turn that guy on. Turn that guy. And it's TRXE Treasury.
No, TRXC is in Charlie.
Oh, okay. I'm like, Greg. That's much better. Okay. Yeah. Life is good. He was oversold. He's pulling himself up. Wow. He's 44 cents. He got slaughtered Friday. So yes, a bounce is definitely in order. So he has a first target of roughly 53 cents, which is over a 20% gain. And if he actually makes it to the top of the band at 68 cents, so you would roughly have a 50% return. And if you actually made it all the way out to the stratosphere, to that 3 deviation mark, you've doubled your money plus some in a 3 to 15 day window. That is pretty impressive. No complaints there, man. That's beautiful. And wow. Okay, so hold on. Let's look at this guy. Okay, so he's not exactly. I thought he was going to be more ready. Let's look at him via the intermediate, because typically when I use the bands, I typically go from small, middle, and large. So I use the arbitrage band, I use the intermediate band, and I use the apocalypse band. If it doesn't look exactly like I want to on the apocalypse, I'll go to the center of the system and say, hey, if you can make it across the center line, that at least lets me know you're heading up. So on the daily, for a longer term investment, him breaking over, wow, that line is, he's sitting at the bottom of the arbitrage band. He's also sitting at the bottom of this intermediate band. So and making it to 340 something, that would be a wonderful long-term investment if you can pull it off. Not suggesting that you guys marry any stocks, but I would probably at least throw a couple of $100 out here and just wait, because if it has the potential of making it to 343, that's over a 900% profit. What's $200? It could be 2,000. All right. Looks like we have some more questions. SWI. Okay, let's see. SWI. That's Solar Winds. Yes, that's Solar Winds. So this guy has taken a beating over the last few weeks. Let's see. He is still under on the daily, but let's go to the 15-minute chart to see if there is a rebound coming. Using the intermediate band and the arbitrage band, looks like it is starting a new uptrend, just starting. So it is a very good place to re-enter for a nice 15-day swing. If he were to bounce, I would expect him to bounce off the pink line. So let me turn off Atlas, or turn Atlas so it's actually pointing to novice, where it should be pointing, so it shouldn't conflict. Nope, it's still too blurry. All right, give me 1 second. There are lines everywhere, and I want to make sure that you guys see what I'm seeing. So that way it's just, all right. So yes, so he just crossed over the RSI line. So we see the RSI line there, and we see that he is going up. He's trying to make it over the arbitrage band, which should trigger in the novice band a brand new buy event. He may have a little trouble getting over the 1777. But if he can hold this 1748, this is a very good spot for it to basically sit for a while before going up further. So on the 15-minute chart, he's just trying to break over. So once again, that 1748, 1750 is an important threshold for it to hold and get over. If it can get over that, that is a very important line, followed by these next lines. The safest entry, if I did not own this guy yet, is waiting for him to get over 1810, because that's where he has had trouble. He's had trouble getting over this purple line all of this month and has not been able to recapture it. And the first time, basically all the way to the beginning of February, he's had trouble getting over the line. So getting back over the line is a good spot if I'm trying to make this a longer term investment. Right? So going back, and so that's at 1810 there. 1810, yep, right in that same range. We want a nice slow ride up, because a fast ride up basically will make it bounce off its probability. There's a resistance right at 1811 or 1814. So we want a nice slow ride up. A nice slow ride up should give us what we need to make us very profitable. All right, I'm going to look at chat again, and let's see. Okay. INO. I've been playing that guy all week. I got in roughly, I told, if you guys were paying attention to paid traders, I mentioned INO because of the coronavirus. They are one of the people who are trying to come up with a vaccine. And roughly on the third or so, I mentioned it. And whoever was in paid traders and saw that and played it, I hope you have no complaints. I'm going to turn on this guy, and on the hourly, it looks like it has already tripped an exit. So if you are in that guy, first thing Monday, I take my profit and then wait for it to come back down to around the $10 range and then buy it again. All right. Let's see. OPRA. OPRA looks like it's in the middle of going down a little bit. I'm going to assume this is on the daily. Okay, so first off, I'm going to unclutter this so you can see what I'm seeing. Since we're on the daily, I have a rule where basically I try to use the smallest band on the largest time frame to figure out what's going on. So since I'm just using the arbitrage band, I'm going to turn back on and show dangers. So basically, we're seeing this guy is on the edge and he's falling down. He should find support here. He should not be able to cross back under this line. It has not been going sideways long enough to basically make there be enough lift to move the RSI line out of this danger zone. So basically at the $7.49, he should find support and he should begin his next leg up. I'm going to go back now and go down to smaller time frames to confirm that. So on the hourly, he has broken under, but let me turn on the intermediate band to see if there's any supporting lines underneath him. Yes, so the center line of that, once again, the center of the system. The center of the system is saying, no, I should let you keep this. So basically, as long as he stays above that, he is in a bullish trend. So with that, yes, I think he is going to hold this line, and we should still be good. I'm going to keep going back. Yes, on the arbitrage band, he is on the danger zone. These guys are underneath. Let me see if we've gotten any lift yet from the indicators from level. They are still underneath, but they're trying their hardest. So no confirmation from level, no confirmation from RSI yet. We are because basically he fell. He hasn't done anything yet. Let's go to the 1 minute chart, and we are sitting there. And I'm going to turn back on my apocalypse band because once again, same rule. If I'm on the smallest time frame, I'm using my biggest band to let me know what my decisions are. So on the small time frame, all of these guys, all of levels set up completely at zero. So they're literally waiting with no place to go. Uh, and let me see, pulling out. Uh, he did at the very end of the day, the last 15 minutes, have another sell off. But I'm thinking that he should hold around this level. And worst case scenario, if he doesn't hold around this level, I'm going to turn on deviations to see where his absolute lowest point could be. His lowest point could be around 729 before he's absolutely forced to turn around for the longer term duration because the pink line has been sitting down in this danger zone for a while. Him falling to this point would cause another deflection, forcing us to go up from that point. So 729 at its worst, with a top out around $9, I'm okay with that. All right, 1 second, guys. All right, okay, AUDCAD. All right, let's go to 15-minute. It's been a nice long run. It looks like it's trying to hold it. All of the lines are above, so that's a good thing. RSI is good. I'm going to go up in time frame. Yeah, hourly chart said that this is just beginning. This isn't the end of this. The great thing about long-term trends is basically if you're patient, they will go very, very slow, but you will make a ton of money as they just meander on up. So we've made it. I have made it almost an entire hour without jumping to the GBP, JPY, or GBP and NZD. But before it's over, I'm going to make my way that way as well. So we are looking at this guy, and on the hourly, he's still good. On the 4 hour, yeah, he's great. He might top out at about this 89.58 level, but we're not there yet. So just keep on watching. There's still 30 or 40 more pips in that if you're a patient person. On the daily, yeah, this looks beautiful on the daily. We just literally let me turn on Atlas, put him to RSI for a longer term investment. If you're just trying to do the Australian dollar versus the Canadian dollar, good things are about to happen. Yeah, very good things. He should be able to make it in the next 3 to 6 months, all the way up to that 93 cent threshold from this 89. So that's 400 to 500 pips, depending on your leverage. But yeah, this is very good news for AUDCAD. So yeah, going up. He's been falling, and he has been falling for quite a long time. Let's switch the band back to advance and turn off the arbitrage band temporarily to show that this guy, he had a slight breather for a second, but yeah, he has been falling all 2018, all 2019. So if you manage to avoid all of that down, it's now time for everything. There's a season. Looks like he's about to go up, which if he's going up, I'm going to use this as an excuse to segue over here. So this guy has been going up. So we're expecting this guy. He is still going up. So this is also against the Australian dollar. That means the British pound, because of Brexit and because of everything else that's going on, he should also go right up with them. But he eventually will be turning around. But everything right now, if you're still just sailing, just keep on sailing and wait for your alert to get oversold. He's not going too fast, so you have ample opportunity to let him just keep on going that way. If you're playing him on the 15-minute chart, he, like I said, everything is still a go. He's still green, nothing to worry about in this trend. On the minute chart, has he gotten there too fast? Maybe. If he's as long as he can hold this line, we're good. Looks like, however, at the market open, first thing he might see is a little down, but longer term, you're not playing on the minute chart. You expect the waves to come to and fro. So just stick with it and you should be good. Now I'm going to look at GBP, JPY, because yes, everyone wants to know, is it a buy, is it a sell? Currently, it's sitting here on a 15-minute chart. He should be turning into a buy. Do you notice that he basically from all the way from that 43 all the way down to this 37, I got to ride all of this all the way down, and now I'm literally waiting for this guy actually entered this trade Friday, expecting it to go back up because my level and my for RSI and the arbitrage band has gone over. My RSI is finally over. So I'm expecting this guy to pick himself up and over the next 15 days or so make it back to that 142 range, which should test this pink line on the 4-hour chart. And that's when we make a decision. Will the British pound continue up against the Japanese yen or continue back down? So if you guys were using the RSI indicator, when he marked the end, because that's where I left, and basically now I'm just waiting for it to have my nice uptrend, bounce off of this guy, and then continue down. So we're playing in a nice $3 to $4 range. So catch your pips where you can catch your pips. Does anyone have anything else before I wrap this all up? And then I not cover something just in case. Oh, I see Greg brought up his list. I'm going to look at WYNN really quickly. And so we're testing. Man, that's beautiful. I may have to. What's the price range on this guy? Oh, Wind Resorts. Yeah, longer term investment. Is this the Greg? Is this the list that where basically they were slaughtered over the last 3 weeks? Hey, Greg, did you hear me? I think you're on mute.
I'm sorry. Yes, all of those are pretty much down 50% over the last 3 weeks, and I believe most have dividends as well.
Okay. Oh wow. So yeah, definitely load the boat if you can afford to load the boat, because yeah, they've been hurt. Let me see if I'm going to. Since I'm on a daily, I'm going back to my most sensitive. And yes, we do. We have a nice red X saying that basically, if you're trying to enter aggressively on the daily time frame, this is a very good spot for that guy. Let me see, PLYA. No X yet, so he's still trying, but no X yet. We wait for the X.
Check Sabre. Sabre gave a nice ride on Friday from 10 to 1070 and then back to 10.
Yes. So we're waiting. So he's outside of the system. He should be offering an X any second now. Like literally on the daily, he's out of probability. Because he is so far out on the short term, I'm going to make this guy less sensitive to the trend. And he's literally just now oversold on the arbitrage band. That's the least sensitive in the trend. So maybe when he actually goes back in, that's where we'll actually pick up this guy and try to buy him. So in the very short term, these candles are trying to make it back to this line. But notice that it's fluting out. So basically, he can stall here until he gets here to make that happen. So I'm watching this guy. I'm hoping for this guy. If you're playing aggressively, so if like on the 15-minute, there was a nice scraping, as you can see all of these X's saying, okay, yes, that's the end of the road. So basically, we would love to see this guy make it back at least to the edge of here. That's at 1261 area. And I'm going to actually reduce my view so I can see. I'm going to go back to the middle of the system because I like the middle of the system. Yeah, that 1260, no, I'm sorry, that's 1165 range. So double tap so you can see what I'm seeing. So, was that 1165? Yes. So basically, we're watching this. We did get a deflection here, and the candles made it up to there just a touch and then fall again. So we're hoping that this guy makes it back, but while we're looking at this, I want to show you guys something that you may not be seeing. So this is the intermediate band, right? And the blue line has to stay within it. So this line is bound within and must stay within, but so is this pink line. Because I still have Atlas on it, because Atlas is still set to advance, the intermediate band is trapped within this pink Atlas band. So basically, everyone is running out of room to play with. So all of these candles will be drawn one by one to the edges of each of the bands. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn off my deviations so it makes it even more clear. So the blue line is trapped inside the purple, and then the purple line is trapped within the Atlas, which is set to advance. So this is a very good play because of the way that math and physics works. It should draw it to the 1182 range, and it should hold it there for a while, and then it should try to bring it up to that 265 range. So basically, you should have about a 20 to 25% return in the next 1 to 2 months on this guy based on what the candle should do if it just literally just goes a nice, slow, even pace. So yeah, let's see what it does. I'm gonna turn on 3D really quick to see where it says it's possible. We're sitting on the edge here, but yes, within the probability range. So I'm gonna turn off all of this and that to show you just 3D turned on. And with just 3D turned on, it's saying just within the gray, it's stuck at 1085. I think, Greg, you said it reached there, didn't it? Or was it 1075?
Yeah, it hit, I think, 1077 on Friday.
Okay. Oh, actually, it's right here, 1092. So basically, it got to the edge of the gray right here and bounced off because it can't go out of the gray area. So basically, it retraced, but the next landmark that it's going to try to reach is at 1330, and then the one after that is that 1594 as the bands continue to let the candles grow, right? So we're just watching because of all the sideways motion. The band shrunk tremendously, and for them to ride back up, you had to have this downward motion to give yourself more probability for more up. So if you're just getting on, you should be in for a nice ride. If you were in over here, I'm sorry. Because yikes, yeah, that hurts. But hey, one person's pain is another person's treasure. So good stuff. All right. Anyone has any more questions before I really wrap it up this time? We're right at 1 hour. If not, thank you guys for joining. And yeah, as we roll out new things, we will let you know. All of the stuff that I showed you, like I said, between now and April 1st should be appearing along with the trading and the trade assistant. We actually have been trading on Forex and on one all this past week, and every single one was a winner. So yeah, I'm looking forward to giving it to you guys and letting you guys do that. And we'll see you guys next time.